stream. I gotta find the.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till the stream pop up at least. Like he just like fucking ruined it.
Like fuck it. You know, we going live. Things ain't due to technical difficulties. We are having technical difficulties, but hey, it's not about that. It's about effort and just never giving up when you're staring adversity in the face and pulling up the live stream now, making sure just never giving up.
There it goes.
Okay,
we good.
I sound very crispy.
I'm just, waiting for it to pop up on mine. But nevertheless, welcome to the Effort Podcast. I'm your host, Branson.
I am B.D.U.B.
Budha.
Kelli Jo is not with us tonight, but we are sending positive vibes to our girl as usual. Make it back safely. We're running a little late, but we're here as usual. Like,
we showed up.
Yeah, we here. It was a lot going on today too.
You know, it's always technical difficulties. They don't even understand.
It's always technical difficulties.
It was a lot going on today too, but we here. We could run a little late. But anyway, like I said, welcome to the effing show. We giving our shout outs. Shout out 8th and Fancy.
Shout out.
Shout out Dang Drinks.
Shout out.
Shout out Alpha Dogs.
Super shout
Go
out.
Get them dogs.
Them dogs, man.
Shout out.
What?
The local plug.
The local plug.
Shout out the local plug.
Those cookies were delicious.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. We got it on air. Like you did it on air, and I was going to say, what was the review on it?
I passed the fuck out as soon as I got home. Well, that was me. Right. I'm sure, and I ate a whole cookie on air. So, if you want to enjoy the night and still feel right, I wouldn't recommend eating as much as I did, at least until your tolerance is up.
Also, we have to do the give love to the Share the Love drive that's getting ready to be coming up, thrown by the Horton girls.
You haven't
donate to
memorized it.
No, I haven't memorized it. My memory's trash. Like I'm old. I'm old. Not Joe Biden, Donald Trump old, but old.
But old.
Seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned. Share the Love drive, like we said, give for a great cause. Add to these goodie bags, toiletries, Q-tip socks, the things that you think people can use. You can reach Alicia Horton at 919-520-8988. Tynesha Horton, 919-798-7220. And it's for a great cause.
Indeed.
We've had people already giving to it. They will be setting up baskets around the area. Once I get the information, I'll definitely be passing it on and support a good cause.
And there's a big party next Saturday that I'm jealously not going to be at.
Is it next Saturday?
Yes,
Saturday?
it is March 16th. We are at Club Climax in Kingston. Salacious Saturdays. I'm bringing some entertainers for y'all, man.
I'm bringing
some entertainment for y'all, man. I hope y'all ready. I hope the surrounding area is ready.
I even took off the next day.
So who's hosting?
Hosted by the beautiful, lovely Oak 93.5's very own Chanel Monet.
Awesome. Yes. And that's going to be at Club Climax. 1375 Highway 258 South in Kinston, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
Kinston, North Carolina.
Bro, that's gonna go down, man.
See you
like,
next
it's surprising to see like when the small towns come out and pull up together, yo.
Oh, it's gonna be
But see, that's when those are when the party really be popping because like everybody, it don't be a lot going on down there. So when something does pop, they all coming out to support.
I'm only out here promoting positivity and peace, man. So don't come out here if you ain't promoting positivity and peace, man. That's all it's about, man. We just want to have a good time. We want y'all to enjoy the nightlife.
Enjoy the nightlife. That's what it's all about. What else we got? I guess we can start with sports.
Yes.
We can start with sports. As you can see,
been major.
Yeah, sports has been popping, especially today. As you can see, I'm in my Gamecock gear. And shout out the Lady Gamecocks for advancing to the SEC championship game where they will play the Lady Tigers of LSU. It's going to be a great game, and I expect the Lady Gamecocks to win again, to be honest. And that's not.
And against who? Who are they playing?
LSU.
Okay.
With Angel Reese and
them.
Angel Reese and them.
And
And that's going to be a great game. Also, I got to give a shout out to the men's Gamecock basketball team
they out here showing out
who
this
beat
shit.
Mississippi State tonight, I believe, and are ranked 17th. And I can't remember the last time the men's basketball team,
It was about 2000, 2001.
BJ.
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah,
2002, around
the
that
BJ
area.
years, or they might have slipped in the tournament one year by accident or
Oh,
something.
yeah, when
but
they had, what was the boy, Thornton?
but
He was SEC scoring player of the year, whatever, all that.
But the Gamecocks men
Him and
team hasn't
Rozier.
been hitting on much. But
happened
shout
to
out
them?
to the coach.
What happened to them?
But tonight was also the Battle of 15501,
Mm-hmm.
in which
Down.
the Tar Heels of North Carolina won. It was a good game, but
It was close? I didn't see it all.
for some reason the games are always close. North Carolina led from beginning to end. They started out the game probably up 15, I want to say. Like at one
That kid
point
was shooting. Like I said, last day I remember before I passed out, that boy was shooting.
if I would have told you a white boy was going to be cooking, you would have not thought he was off of North Carolina. The white
He ain't
boy
talking about
from,
Filipowski.
the white boy from UNC was cooking tonight.
I think they say he used to play a
white
pit.
boys that cooked? Tyler,
Normally, when you think of a white
damn,
guy
you-
that's
you-
cooking,
That's the name you brought up?
I don't know. Eric Montross?
God, he going even further.
usually when you think of white boys cooking, I usually think of Duke. I can't remember a white boy that cooked at North Carolina for a while.
Or from Gonzaga or some shit like that.
Like that. So when I think
Or
of a white
Creighton.
boy cooking, I'm thinking of Duke, North Carolina, the dude from Duke. But it was the dude from North Carolina, and he was cooking
I'm
tonight.
trying to think of white boys that cooked at UNC, and I can't immediately think of any.
They're not at the top of the list.
Like they've had some white boys that
And he about to bring
Calabria.
up, there you go. All he going
Like,
look how far back he went.
I gotta think on this. Like Calabria, he was all right cooking. Exactly.
Bob Sir, yeah, he went.
he went to Florida State. So yeah, like cooking. Nah, North Carolina's really never had that.
Besides Hasbro used to get busy because he was a wrecking ball.
Hansborough got busy, but other than that, like I can't think of another white guy in Carolina that cooked like that.
Nigga said Dante Calabria, like goddamn.
I mean, hey, he was a hell of a six
You know
man.
how old a nigga had to be to bring up Dante Calabria? And it's funnier because his name is Dante.
That's the last.
He's a white.
Hey, he's a white boy. Like
Is
that's
he from America? He might be French.
I don't know. All I
But his last
remember
name
was
was Calabria.
he
so.
came off the bench and he would cook
But
sometimes
his name
for
is
Carolina.
Dante, so I don't really know how.
He would cook every now and then when he came off the bench.
That's like what's my boy DiVincenzo?
Oh yeah. See, like when you think of Duke, it was plenty of white boys that cooked at Duke.
Yeah.
Like that's you really all you think of, with the exception of Grant and them, Zion, but JJ, Grayson, like Hurley,
Grayson doesn't deserve to be
Christian.
mentioned. Grayson does not deserve to be mentioned.
Now they
Tripping ass,
Look,
dirty ass player, yo.
before we say anything, there was a tripping incident tonight that one of the players had to be warned about. Filipowski, he did trip. He did.
Oh,
trip,
he hit it with the Grayson Allen.
He did trip. What's my boy Harrison Ingram? He's a baller too. No, that Harrison Barnes has been gone. Harrison Ingram, he's a baller. But there was a tripping incident between those two. The refs didn't call it, but when they showed it on replay, he damn sure tripped that boy. So, but it was a good game. Like I say, Duke Carolina games always go down to the end for some reason.
Because they're rivalries. It's a natural
Duke
thing.
just, to me, Carolina's just the better team. Carolina's won both games this year. Duke does not want to see Carolina again, in my eyes. Even though they lost by 5, they lost by 9 the last time. I just don't think they can beat Carolina like that. So we shall see. But the March Madness is getting ready to start. Yeah, it's upon us. Buddha's getting ready to be going with his Jayhawks.
Well, I'm sure y'all will have more to discuss about it next week. Well, will y'all do a show next week? Because the party's in Kinston, so it ain't like...
We might do Friday. Friday might work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We'll do a show Friday. Anything else sports related?
Mm-hmm. Everything's sports related. We got Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson.
Oh.
In Arlington, Texas. And
First, whoa.
Yeah.
Is it a real fight?
They will face off in a match at AT&T Stadium July 20th in Arlington, Texas.
Is it a real fight? Are there stipulations to the fight? Like, or is this just like, let's get it on?
It just says it says former heavyweight champion and will face off in a match.
Okay.
It doesn't say what type.
Now I'm going to ask you a question, and this is getting ready to sound crazy. What I'm getting ready to say. What I'm getting ready to say is getting ready to sound real crazy. But what happens if that white boy knock Mike Tyson out?
Aren't there like knockout stipulations where you can't knock him out?
Look.
It's the first real boxer he's going up against, and I don't even think it's going to be a real fight.
I've kind of been watching because his brother Russell and stuff, so I kind of been watching him. And he kind of nice in the ring, like you said. This is the first boxer. Decent. Like I saw him beat Was it Tyrone Woodley or something?
He's not a fucking boxer. He's been fighting a whole bunch of
beat Woodley
individuals who might
UFC fighters.
Wrestle,
like I believe,
fight, but they don't box.
I believe. Was it the day or yesterday? Ngannou got knocked the fuck out by somebody boxing. That UFC to boxing thing doesn't really transition well.
It's a different.
It's a completely different. It's a completely different animal.
As I say,
you went from being able to use your whole body to just
your hands and your shoulders and stuff and your legs. You got to move and stuff.
Got to have footwork. Got to be able to cut the ring off like Tyson's going to do. So that's my question. Will there be any damage to Tyson's legacy if he loses?
Ain't this nigga in his 60s?
Yeah, well, he damn near 60, yeah. And he's been seen in a wheelchair or walking with a cane.
Man, Mike Tyson gonna go. He gonna smoke some weed.
It depends. It depends.
And he gonna go
on what happens.
It depends on how the fight is set up.
It depends on
because if it's a regular fight, I still think Tyson will beat
like Apollo Creed.
I still think Tyson will beat the horse shit out this dude.
But I'm just saying, if he gets knocked down like Apollo Creed and Rocky and stuff like that, if he get knocked out. Memes, all that stuff in this area will kind of, because in this era, it'll take away from his legacy because of that. But
I wouldn't even post a meme because I'd be scared to run to this nigga by accident.
This generation ain't scared of nothing. If he get knocked out, their memes and GIFs are coming, and they're coming fast. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be like, is this your king?
Mm-hmm.
But will I watch the fight?
On Netflix?
Yep.
I'm going to watch it.
This is Netflix's first combat sports broadcast and third sporting event overall.
Netflix is getting smart. They got wrestling. They
have to.
Well, no, because they're under the same umbrella. So, yeah, Netflix is genius. They got wrestling and UFC and boxing under the umbrella.
So Jake Paul has only 10 professional bouts to his name with a 9-1 record, which includes 6 knockouts.
But like Budha said, he ain't fought nobody.
Boxers.
Tyson will be 58.
This is the same nigga that was knocked out Nate Robinson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nate Robinson is a super athlete.
Tyrone Woodley. I'm just saying.
Robinson can still do a 40. And 4.
Nate Robinson was in there fighting like a toddler.
I know.
He say he want Canelo, but he don't want Canelo.
Nah,
he don't want Canelo. That's real boxing there. You don't want none of that, dude. I don't know.
Tyson still got it. He still got the power and speed. I saw him doing the.
Let's be real. Can we be real for a second? Let's just cut through the shit here. Can we get to see him fight a real boxer in his age, weight limit, all that, like a boxer, like
Jake Paul?
Yeah, like not these because they're gimmick fights.
They're gimmick fights, but they generate money.
And they do generate money, but as a actual boxing talent, why not book him against maybe your 5th ranked boxer, 6th ranked boxer, something like that, so we can actually get a good idea of how good this guy really is. He's fought gimmick fights. Yeah, they make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he's doing it, but when it comes to how good of a boxer he is, well, shit, we don't know because he ain't fought nobody worth knowing.
Interesting. But who do you got? Do you think Tyson's going to win or Jake Paul?
I got to go with Tyson.
I got to go with Tyson.
On my daddy.
I got to go with Tyson.
I would never pick fucking Jake Paul again.
I got to go with Tyson.
I'm expecting Tyson to win.
Now, if he would knock Jake Paul out, though, oh my, that would be worth the price of tea in China. That you say, like, that would be worth everything. So that's why we'll see how it plays out and see what the stipulations are, because with these gimmick fights, there's always some kind of weird stipulation and stuff. And Mike Tyson is old. You cannot be beating Mike Tyson in the head like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
I still think it's Tyson.
I think Tyson's going to win, yeah, but he's old, and we always bet on our favorites because we remember who they were. But this is a 60, maybe 60-plus-year-old man.
He's 58. He'll be 58 when the fight happens.
This is a 58-year-old man boxing. Paul is what? Maybe 25? Maybe?
No, Jake Paul is 27.
27? Like a 58-year-old man boxing a
27-year-old man. This is like when
George Foreman is the last guy I can remember that was old like that fighting young dudes.
Joe Louis did too. Well, I mean, he was George.
I was going to say, I cannot remember Joe Louis.
No, Joe Louis was Joe Louis was broke. So all these white boys hired him in his 40s and 50s to fight him.
But George Foreman was old.
Yeah, but and winning. Yeah,
true indeed.
Different.
But
didn't George Foreman get his ass whooped by Evander Holyfield?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
When is the last time Mike had a real fight?
2005 against Bruce, I want to say Seldon.
And did he win or lose?
No, I'm sorry, Kevin McBride. 2005 against Kevin
At SAT, I got to ask, did he win or lose?
He threw in the towel ahead of the 7th round against Kevin McBride. The match came nearly...
Mike Tyson threw in the towel.
Yeah. The match came. Hold on. The match came a year after he suffered a 4th round knockout by Danny Williams. So Tyson got knocked out by Danny Williams. Then the following year, he threw in the towel against Kevin McBride. So
he's lost to Danny Williams and Kevin McBride his last 2 fights.
Tyson got a few L's we don't think about.
So. We just, like I say, we remember him from Mitch Green and things of that nature.
Either way, I ain't fighting that nigga.
I ain't either. The average nigga don't want it with Mike because you ain't got the training skills and
and you just know that one shot is all he need. That's it. I've seen it. I've seen it plenty of times. One shot will do you down. So
exactly.
All right.
Okay. So now Zion just came out in the NBA.
This nigga acting like a diva.
Zion,
he's trying to solidify his celebrity his all-star slot. Zion said he'll enter the dunk contest only if he's an all-star next year,
and they'll make him an all-star.
Yeah, and they'll make
this nigga need to play. They're not gonna make you a fucking nothing. You ain't playing.
He does need to play.
If he gets on the court and stays healthy, he'll be an all-star.
That's my point. Like he's acting like a diva right now. Oh man.
And hold on. Let me ask a question.
Like why?
How deep are we into Zion's career now? Like we're
like 5th.
Like we're past 3 of maybe his 3rd year now.
This nigga doesn't play.
Like we're kind of into his career, and he has really not put in the effort to be the superstar that he should be. He should be like the face of the league.
Yeah, he should.
He should be the. Remember all the hype this kid had coming out of high school, then coming out of Duke.
Then you
Then you get to the Pelicans and
Gumbo
ain't
and porn
done
stars.
nothing. Haven't really done nothing.
See what happened when you get out of South Carolina, yo? You got the Met, niggas just go crazy.
Haven't done nothing since you got to the league. And you're supposed to be the face of the league.
He's been an all-star, hasn't he?
I don't.
He should.
You do the stat checking.
His
remember
efficiency rating is so high when he plays that it would be impossible for him not to.
I mean, he's unstoppable.
It's if he plays.
And he got to quit eating so much.
Or just change what he eats, man.
His diet. Like he
tried it first. He tried to switch up and eat pussy, and you see how that went.
Well, look, he needed to find something else to eat, but that might be the problem. Eating too much, get away from it.
Maybe he start eating it from the back. I don't know.
But he has to get on the court a little bit more. He has to. I would love to see Zion in the dunk contest, and that would possibly change the dunk contest. That would possibly change the dunk contest if Zion was in there. But he has to get on the court more.
Would it? You think he can change the dunk contest?
Yeah, I think if Zion was an all-star and he was dunking next year, everybody's watching the dunk contest, without a doubt.
Okay, so he was an all-star in 2021 season. That was the second season.
2021, and this is 2024.
Yeah.
So he's in his fifth year then?
Mm-hmm.
Get on the court more. That's all I can say.
Before you become Ben Simmons.
Play.
Ben Simmons. I'm glad you brought that name up because I wanted to say something I would have forgot. Like, I forget. So Ben Simmons just shut it down again this year.
What's new?
Ben Simmons just called it quits again this year. Said his back's hurting again. Doesn't want to, put any more wear and tear.
Nothing. All that sitting down fucked his spine up.
Doesn't want to put any more wear and tear on his body, so he's just going to shut it down for.
How many games did he play this year?
I did play 2K the other day, and he was up there. So that means he had to play.
If you on 2K, that means you're active.
2K, that means you're active. So he had to be playing at that time. But I'd say maybe 25 games. Maybe
that's probably
25.
A high
That's
number.
a lot. That 25 is a lot for him. So
he just needs to go to the G League or Australia.
No. They just need to cut him and just let him out the league.
Yeah, he needs to go.
Because
he wants to go back to Australia.
What does he bring to your team?
Nothing.
Me and Budha can tell you personally what he's brought to our team. We can tell you personally what this. And he was a number 1 draft pick. You did make a good point earlier this week in one of your posts that I kind of agreed with. That Ben Simmons might be the biggest
bust.
Yeah,
ever.
For the talent that he has. He might be the biggest number 1 bust.
Not due to injury. It's not a Greg Oden issue where you can't be out there due to injury. It's just you have a mental block. Hey, you remember that player Houston drafted that didn't want to fly? Royce White, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was self-defeated like Ben.
Ben just and then what's crazy is this dude's made probably $100 million, probably way more than $100 million.
Hell yeah.
And he's probably not played 200 games altogether.
And that's what Gilbert Arenas and Shannon Sharpe were saying, how NBA players and NFL players get paid different. NBA players get paid off of their potential. NFL players get paid off of what they've already done.
True. And that is what makes it different. That's what makes it different. But, Ben Simmons, he's hung it up for this season, so don't be looking for him. If the Nets do make a playoff run later on in this season.
It's like, damn, bro. When you are Ben Simmons, you can't enjoy yourself out in public because everybody going to be like, nigga, if you playing putt-putt, you can play in the goddamn league. You catch that nigga at top
He's
golf.
the most disappointing, I will say that. For all the hype that Ben Simmons had, he's the most disappointing first round.
And when he's on the
pick.
floor and plays, he's actually really good. He lives up to his number 1 hype. It's just when he plays.
When you saw him at his best, which was rare, which was very rare, but when he was at his best, Ben Simmons was something special.
Yeah.
He really was.
I mean, he can play when he's on the court. Can't shoot to save his life, but he can play when he's on the court. He just don't mentally play. I just don't understand what the mental block is. You got the money, you got your trades, you had a banging bitch. I'm sorry.
I'm sure he still does, but like you say, what else? What else do you need to actually play the game of basketball? You've gotten everything out of it. You gotten everything out of it you could possibly ask. You're a star. I don't know why you're a star, but you're a star. Like you're a celebrity. He was
an all-star. He was an all-star at one point.
You're a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you say, you got the money, you got the women, you got everything from basketball, and you have put nothing into basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Put nothing into the game of basketball. But okay, I guess while we're on basketball, can we go to Jalen Green?
Well, yeah, I guess we can. I was going to mention quickly, since you're a big Philadelphia fan, I thought it's jacked up you don't mention Allen Iverson getting his own statue in Philly.
But he deserves it.
I mean, yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves it. Definitely big shout out to Answer. One of probably the greatest. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and forth.
Greatest 76er?
We have to flip
greater
back
than
and
Dr.
forth.
J?
See,
There ain't nobody greater than Dr. J.
That's why I'm flipping. But
you still got Sir Charles too. Nigga. Like let's not get it twisted.
I mean, yeah, Charles is up there, but AI is higher than Charles. And on top of that, AI did a lot.
Would you put him over
outside of his impact on everything was huge. Like braids, wearing the shooting sleeve, tattoos. Like his impact was
the crossover.
The crossover. His impact huge. So I'm wondering, like, maybe he might be over. As crazy as it sounds, his impact. Only one other person in basketball had a bigger impact on the game than Allen Iverson to me, and that's Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I possibly would put him over Dr. J.
Whoa. I mean, this current generation, no.
I would say Iverson's impact was more off the court than on the court.
Because now, nigga, you got these fucking morons out here. Impact. You got these morons out here that do not know how to make a layup, but will pull a 3-point shot in a heartbeat.
And you're right, but see, with Iverson, though, Iverson could score on anybody. He could, Iverson changed the game to the point where now that's why you have. That's why you have the scoring guard now, because of Iverson, basically.
He didn't change the game. Not.
He was. It was his attitude.
Why do you have the scoring guard you have now? Because of Allen Iverson. That's who was scoring like that before AI was like that.
Allen Iverson was more known for his mentality on the court, how he would go against the grain with people. That's what he was known for. Not changing a whole culture. No. AI was a scoring machine. It was no doubt about that. But he's known for, like you said, the braids, the jewelry, going against the dress code, shit like that. But he was always going to be a fucking scoring machine. He's been doing that since Georgetown, doggy. Like, no, don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But as far as impacting the whole game, you talking about a cross-up, nigga? Don't forget Tim Hardaway used to cross these niggas up before AI.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ridiculously.
I'm just saying AI brought a lot of fans into basketball.
Nah, I mean,
I think AI brought fans into basketball.
No, I think the fans were already there.
I believe Allen Iverson brought a lot of fans into basketball. I do.
I don't.
Because that's hard for me to go. Only reason I say that's hard.
Hip hop
it was the hip hop aspect.
So
who are all these hip hop heads that don't follow basketball? That followed it when Allen Iverson was there. Either you fuck with basketball or you don't, and listen to hip hop.
But hip hop and basketball are like synonymous. Like what
is
the most famous?
They were always synonymous. Since
they're playing basketball. They're playing hip hop
and basketball. That's what I'm saying.
Before Jordan,
so what fan base did AI draw in that wasn't already a part of the NBA?
He made you the thugs, the hoodlums.
They were already watching fucking.
I'm just saying. I believe he drew in.
I ain't mad at him. I know you're a Philly fan. It's definitely.
I don't feel like
I know you're reaching.
A different fan base.
And like I say, I possibly could say he's right there with Dr. J. Like they're neck and neck. And then Charles.
Dr. J won championships. He brought championships.
See, you put S on it, and he won a championship. Let's not put S on it. Look, I love Doc. Let's not do that.
He brought a championship.
And when Iverson had his chance, remember, one of
He
those.
didn't have a team.
Yeah, exactly. One of those offensive options he had to go to was Dikembe Mutombo. I rest my case.
I mean,
That was the worst.
that's the same thing that people be saying, but
No,
LeBron had to go through the same
Hold
thing,
on.
though.
Tyrone
Hill.
I rest my case.
Okay, so
Eric Snow, I rest my case.
What was the worst championship team? LeBron's that first time he went to the finals, or AI's 76ers team?
Ooh, boy,
That's the worst. I think those are the two worst teams to ever make it to the NBA Finals.
Okay, let me think. Because AI's championship team was bad, but Bronze was.
Because, I mean, they at least had the Kimbe. He was
For defensive purpose.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, at least you had a defender.
LeBron had to do everything though. Hold on, you know what the common thread between these? You know the common thread between these two teams? The point guard.
Eric Snow. Why Eric Snow gotta get shit? He was a fucking phenomenal defender.
Another journeyman.
Yeah.
But you see who they put you with.
So now, like I say, LeBron's offensive options are Varejao,
Zadrunas Ilgauskas,
Eric Snow,
Mo Williams.
Mo was all right.
Mo could ball.
Mo was all right.
Mo had
Was he
game.
there though when they were at the finals? I don't know if he was there or not.
Was B.D.U.B there?
B.D.U.B. Gibbs.
B.D.U.B Gibson. Yeah.
B.D.U.B was too busy falling in and out low with Keisha Cole during that time.
Look, I'm just so another offensive option was B.D.U.B. You got B.D.U.B, Eric Snow, and Varejao.
Yeah.
Woo!
That's the worst. Which one is worse?
Oh man,
That's tough.
I'd have to let Korver.
I have to let them play on 2K to figure that one out.
Did he have Kyle Korver? Was Kyle Korver on that squad?
I don't think he was on that squad.
Okay.
I don't think he was on.
I just
they
don't
had a
remember.
shooter.
Anton Jameson was on that squad.
No, he wasn't. Not that.
Yeah,
squad,
that was one of the. That was one of the most ugliest efficient players that ever played too.
Anton Jameson.
Oh, his game was ugly.
It was, but it was efficient.
That shit was very efficient, but that shit was ugly.
Another UNC player. That ball.
It was ugly at UNC. It was really ugly at UNC.
That one hand
He
shit,
around
bro.
that was the ugliest thing I ever seen in my life. But boy, it would
That
drop.
shit was efficient though. It would go.
drop.
It would go in that basket.
Him and Vince. Crazy.
Okay, yeah, we do need to discuss Draya announcing she's pregnant to the world.
Congratulations.
With a girl.
Yeah, with a baby girl, and Jalen Green is the father. Of course, everybody's talking about Draya being 39 and Jalen Green being 22.
Who cares?
Saying it's predatory, and I don't think that. I just believe the energy should be the same for.
I definitely believe that. Like, I believe, like, if man, woman, whoever does it, whatever. But I don't know, like, Budha. My nephew. My nephew.
If this nigga makes it to the league, if he can't differentiate between, this bitch trying to trap me already,
And this is what I'm saying. See, and this is probably the difference between, I guess, then and now, or what I'm going to say. Because see, when I was growing up, she would have been like the jump off. Like, it wouldn't have been a public relationship.
My point.
Yeah, like we would have been smashing,
but I wouldn't have put no baby in.
We wouldn't have been public.
She loving the crew.
Like
she loving the crew.
So that's where it's like, but Jalen Green's grown.
Yeah,
he's grown.
That's my point.
He's grown. He
I
understands.
can't pretend at 22 I didn't know how to make a baby.
He's not 18. He's not 18.
I knew I wanted to not make a baby.
I know that there are women who are, feel a certain way about it and stuff like that, but he's grown.
Yeah.
He's a 22-year-old man who got caught up.
Yeah.
He knew what was going on, and he knew what potentially it just happened to Zion not too long. Like, you see these stories all the time, so you know what can potentially happen. He got involved with an older woman. And hey, you're
you know how babies is made, nigga.
You
know what condoms are.
How he's 22 and she's 39.
She's 39. He's 22.
There's a 17 age difference between you and your baby mom. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Trap.
There's a 17-year age difference.
See, really, it should have been on Jalen to have at least some personal female,
because
like
can I be honest?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna just keep it a buck because I'm 3 is being kind of nice, but in the next couple of years, he's gonna realize what he's done.
Yeah, just like your boy PJ.
He's
Where's he at now?
In the next couple of years, he's going to realize that he possibly could have made a mistake having a baby with this. I would say young woman, but I don't know if we could technically use that terminology. Young lady.
Is Draya as bad as Brittany Renner? I don't know Draya like that. All I know is she left her child.
How old is Brittany Renner?
Probably about 10 years younger.
Okay, I'm taking age into account for all of this stuff, but she knew exactly what she was doing.
The only difference is I'm sure she has more maturity about herself, even though she went about it this way, than somebody as like a Brittany Renner.
That's what I'm saying.
That's it. It would just be a
Draya knows
mind
how
state
to go out there and get her money while not fucking
and being quiet about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, I don't think she wants to have it like on full blast. I don't think.
Well, she knew exactly who you said you didn't think who wanted to have it on full blast.
Yeah, she didn't.
She didn't,
or he didn't.
Because I was going to say, when you take baby pictures and
everybody take baby pictures.
Yeah. I mean,
Sexy Red took baby pictures.
I understand that, but if in today's society, even the C-list celebrities,
I took baby pictures.
True, but I'm just saying, even the C-list celebrities, whatever you do is going to come out. Mm-hmm. So they already I know she knew what she was doing, without a doubt. She knew she was going to get this young boy.
I just say everybody needs to keep the same energy. If it's disgusting,
they won't.
Yeah, because Marcus Houston had to go through the same thing with his wife because he was 39 and she was 18 when they married. And, everybody was calling Marcus Houston dirty or disgusting, and I just hope they feel that same way about the Draya, Jalen Green situation.
I don't understand why people are trying to be all up in everybody else's relationship, though.
Me neither, but...
I mean, but it is kind of like, that is a topic that should be talked about because of the age difference. Because of the age, because everybody doesn't see it the same way. Like, yes, it's legal. It's definitely legal. We all see it that way, but... you have a 22-year-old mindset who all he's trying to do is smash. I know where Jalen Green coming from too. I definitely know where he's coming from.
40-year-old niggas out here just trying to smash.
But what I'm saying is,
it's the mentality, man. Like back, when I was Jalen Green's age at 22, there was no way we were talking about wifing up 39.
Not wifing nothing.
Yeah, we were smashing older women, but we weren't sitting here like, let's put a baby in a 39-year-old when I was 22. It was like, no, you make sure the condom's on extra tight when in that situation.
But she knew what she was doing. She knew she was going to have a baby by this point.
She got in where she fit in. She get in where you fit in.
She already knew she was going to have a baby by this young boy. And you're going to see this more.
You're going to see women in their late 30s, early 40s who still got bodies, still bad, going to be preying on young 22 because they trying to get married.
She secured her. It's not even about getting married, I don't think. She secured the future of her child. The kid good.
It ain't even about the kid. It's about her.
She good. So both of them good.
And she ran game on that nigga. So, he probably fell for it.
We'll see. They might be in love, and I might be wrong.
But that's the point. He needs to have a strong support base with females from his family, like a mom or a sister or somebody, an aunt.
And you say it like that, and you say it like that about my nephew, but I wonder what my sister would say about that.
It don't matter what she would say, because
I still want to hear her what she would have to say about it.
Right, nigga. Bro, the conversations that me and my sons would have before that even would happen, dog, it would, man, come on, nigga.
I mean, yeah.
Well, y'all wouldn't care. Would y'all care if he did bring a woman 17 years older than him home?
He wouldn't want a woman 17 years his senior.
Y'all say that.
No, I'm just saying, like, just in general, the way his mind works right now, he wouldn't want a woman that much older than him.
First of all, I wouldn't have brought a woman that much older than me home.
And you can't bring.
Mom,
I'm about to say,
there's no way.
Can you imagine bringing a chick around my wife? the way that she already likes to ask miscellaneous random questions, and you gonna bring a chick that's basically like our age that's trying to smash our kid, and you don't think she's gonna have questions? See, nigga, me, I'm just gonna be looking at this bitch like,
and that's what I'm saying.
You a little freaky little thing, ain't you? Yeah, you trying to sow your oats like you? That's how I'm gonna look at it. That's just me though. You know what I mean?
My sister ain't gonna be looking
I don't
at
think
like
she gonna look at it like that.
Exactly. That's why I said I want to talk to my sister, see what she got to say.
Man, I was dating women older than me.
We all. Well, I was. It was a turn on to me to date an older woman, but I wasn't bringing her to the house.
No.
Like she wasn't coming to meet Jack.
Like you coming to meet the parents and shit.
She wasn't coming to meet Jack. No. But me and her, we were having a great time. Like, yeah, that's cool. But like, I knew how far this was going. I knew where this was going, what this was, and all that. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. Well, I just hope this doesn't become a trend, but I'm afraid it might be a trend because
as long as there's athletes,
that
make these multi-million-dollar contracts, nigga, it's always gonna be,
and they contracts keep going up and up.
And I'm pushing this nigga to play baseball.
Look, you be crazy not to, and if not, maybe basketball. You could always do a second sport, but yeah, like these contracts are going up and up and up. So, yeah, you're going to see more of this because these dudes are literally lottery tickets.
Yeah.
They're literally lottery tickets.
I'm not even mad at it. I just believe as long as people keep the same energy, as long as it doesn't switch based on genders and who's older.
Which is how it always goes.
That's why. But, I mean, I don't really care. I think Draya just did what any woman at that age would do for survival.
The opportunity presented itself, and she jumped on it. Yeah. I ain't mad at her.
That's why, ladies, it pays as you get older to stay in shape because you never know when you can get some multi-millionaire dick from like a 22-year-old change your life.
We'll see how this plays out. I'm interested to see how this plays out, how long that they stay together and all that. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of freak shit, Chico Beam was on The Breakfast Club, and he had a very interesting interaction between Jess Hilarious. Basically, Jess Hilarious brought up the time that she and Chico were working on Wildin' Out, and she basically said she threw some pussy Chico's way, and Chico swatted that shit down with Kembe Mutombo in the fourth quarter because Chico said she had a man and was dating someone already, and Jess Hilarious said he shouldn't have worried about that. So anyway, she said she lied to him and said she broke up with the dude and tried to still get with Chico, and Chico turned it down because he said where he's from, people die over things like that. So he's
100% right. First of all, she sounds really crazy for what she's doing. That's toxic ass shit right there.
She's pregnant now.
We always talk about toxicity and how what she was doing was 100% toxic. Yep. First of all, she's coming off to this guy and she's like, I got a boyfriend, but I still want to kick it with you. So he declines her advances. Boom. Now, after you decline the advances and stuff like that, then you go even further and say that you and old boy done broke up. So
you're lying about
it. He possibly will throw you some dick. Still declines your advances. So how does she end it, Dub?
She accused him of being gay. And then
typical women slander after you do stuff that a woman doesn't like. And that's why I say they always discredit black guys by calling them gay, whether there's proof or not.
And she was the one doing the ain't shit.
And that's what I'm saying. She's doing the toxic shit. She's the one portraying. This dude is doing the stand-up thing, as most people would see it. You know, he's trying to keep himself out of drama, and yet she's still egging it on to an extent. And then once it's over and done with, and it comes out, then it's like, oh, he must be gay because he don't want the box.
Nah. And it's just hilarious, too. It's just like, I can understand a man turning down Just Hilarious. I've seen her on those photos on the internet without makeup. So she's not somebody who's like a 10 everybody is going to line up and want to smash like a Kelly Rowland or a Beyonce or somebody like that. It's just hilarious.
I mean, it's just, it doesn't matter. That just goes to the point that guys ain't going to smash everything.
Exactly.
I don't know where chicks got this from, like, a guy will smash anything. No, he won't. Like, there's some guys out here who do have morals, values, and things of that nature. Standards, all that good stuff that will, as tempting and as good as it sounds, will pass on the opportunity because it's just not for them.
Well, women do that because it absolves them of all the problems in the relationship. So, like, if a man leaves, she can say he was gay. There was nothing I could do to make him stay. He was craving man ass. It absolves her of any problems she contributed to the relationship.
But then, like I
said,
they'll be like, he was gay, but all he does is go to another bitch. He didn't go to a dude. He went to another chick.
That's for her. That's for her mental to think that.
Cool.
She's just on some, this is going to make me feel better and absolve me of any guilt in the relationship. You could run down all the things she did to push him away, and all that goes away if she just says he's gay. That's it.
The nullifier.
Yeah, you could have been a more supportive partner, but you weren't. You just said he was gay, and that's really what happened. And that's a coping mechanism for a lot of women. That's why they do that stuff, to make them feel like it wasn't them when it actually was them.
But shout out Chico Bean for not getting played.
Chico Bean stood on his.
She was trying to play him.
Yeah, she was
trying to play him in his face, and that was kind of wild. So shout out to him for standing up for himself. Because chicks will make you look crazy when in all actuality you were right in the first place.
And they want to make you seem like horny, people.
Guys fuck anything.
So
guys fuck anything.
Yeah, and that's another reason they have.
And he did that on live TV, which, like I said, means that guys just don't fuck anything.
Exactly. But women say that. So when a nigga cheats, that's the reason why, and it's nothing she did to push him away and make him want to cheat.
Well, I'm not going to say it's always her.
Like, no, I'm not saying this, but sometimes it is.
But it sometimes it is her.
I mean, when a woman cheats on a man, it's a man's fault, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of scandalous whores, we have Kimora Lee Simmons.
What a transition.
Yeah.
I love that. We got who?
Kimora Lee Simmons and Russell Simmons kind of having a little back and forth.
Fat Farm.
Yeah,
I know who she is.
Battle of the Fat Farms.
Yeah. Let me just break it down.
No, I'm like, what horror things did Kimora Lee do? Like, I'm like, what did she out here in these streets?
Okay,
like that?
So basically, there was an incident earlier in the week. Well, not an incident, but Usher was with Russell Simmons and Bali. Usher went out to visit Russell Simmons. Okay, so Russell Simmons kind of wrote a real kind of suspect.
Zesty.
It was zesty. That's a good word. I don't like to call him cute. It's just the way he worded that shit.
It was zesty.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Usher went out to visit Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons apparently just had some surgery in Bali. And I guess Usher went out there to check up on him. And, it was the way Russell Simmons wrote, I woke up by my bed and Usher was right there. And, it's like, dog, you could have wrote the word hospital bed and it would have all kind of.
It just adds it to the Usher suspicion more with Diddy and all them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it kind of does. But that's the backstory. Me, I got what Russ was saying. Like I said, I'm a fan of Russell Simmons. I read all of his books. They're inspirational. But, so Russell Simmons basically made a post about how Usher came out to visit him while he was recovering from surgery.
Russell Simmons been hit with accusations too, though, hasn't he?
That's why he's out in Bali. He's, from my understanding,
he's hiding out in Bali.
They say he's hiding out, but Bali doesn't have extradition laws. Yeah, so Russ is just hanging out there. But
wow, okay,
yeah. Hey, I don't.
You set that up.
I'm just I'm like, hold on. You get surgery in Bali? Like they got some.
Well, no, he lives in Bali, so of course he's gonna get surgery in Bali because that's where he lives. That's like us getting surgery in the United States. Bali. I don't see. I pronounce it wrong because I've never been there.
Can I get some more water, por favor? But
yeah,
so he's a citizen of Bali.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's currently living
in the
there.
United States.
Yeah. So Russell Simmons posted a video of Usher paying him a visit in Bali. He has been accused of sexual misconduct by at least a dozen women over the past 5 years. So that's why it was a big deal for Usher, who just did the Super Bowl halftime show, to be seen with Russell Simmons in Bali. So that's why everybody was kind of upset. But Usher is standing strong. Well, anyway, Russell Simmons wrote, "When I was at the lowest point of my life, I woke up and this man was sitting by my bed. I had known Usher since he was a kid, but we really bonded because of our mutual love for self-discovery and our belief in yoga science as a direct route to realizing God's consciousness in ourselves." So after putting that out there, Kimora Lee Simmons started throwing shade in a series of Instagram's posts. What is this I'm seeing in the news today? To laugh out loud, y'all are some wild boys. That's what she wrote on her Instagram story. So because of that, people started.
What are you insinuating? Like,
and then she wrote, "Not hashtag by my bed, LOL, LOL." So
I'm just like, Usher been in the middle of a lot of stuff these past couple of weeks.
yeah, Usher be getting in between women and they niggas.
He done got married. And he's still in the middle of a lot of stuff.
Uh-huh. But here's what kills me about Kimora Lee Simmons. It's like you sitting there shitting on Russell. You still got his name, and you've been married to what, 2 other niggas since? And what, your current husband's in jail?
The white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one and she had to run back to Russell Simmons and fuck him over to get the money. So now you shitting on this man while it's taken from this man and still actively shitting on this man. So
are you surprised?
Oh shit. Hold on. What did I do?
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I don't either.
I don't know either. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I thought that was just kind of fucked up on her part. It's like, even if you think it's something wrong or with that, it's kind of like, be quiet. You still got this man's money and his last name.
And his daughters.
Yeah, and his daughters. And you done turned this man's daughters against him.
You think she cares about any of this stuff y'all are talking about?
She doesn't.
Like, do you think that this woman cares about any, like you just told me, she has been married 2 times since,
and still got his name.
Like,
that's whack.
Because you know why she has his name?
Because it's attached to money.
Exactly.
But hey, that's shade. How you gonna throw shade at the nigga whose last name you still got?
You know how women do.
Yo, that's
and it's not all women, but certain women, like,
nah, they grimy. Look at Jeff Bezos' ex-wife. She's taking all her billions and just giving it away.
Hopefully she give me some.
She's giving it to HBC. You know Bezos losing his shit. Like, that's my money.
Hey, that's what happens when you have all that money and don't sign a prenup, and now everybody get to spend your money freely. Yeah. And she got that divorce.
He had a prenup.
Okay, he probably did, but nevertheless, she left with a nice bag. And like you said, I read somewhere she's trying to give every dime away. And I'm just like, please find my bank account. Just please find my bank account.
You gotta fuck her if you wanna get some money or flirt with her.
Hey, these bills ain't cheap. I pay all my bills by myself. I need any help I can get.
She wouldn't give me any money.
I need any help I can get. Trust me.
I know she wouldn't give me any money. I do too much positivity with it. I donate to a real HBCU, like Central.
Shout out Central.
Shout out Central. Yeah.
Shout out Central.
Yeah. Speaking of money, Shannon Sharpe just admitted he finally received a paycheck from the YouTube interview of Club Shay Shay with Cat Williams. And he said it was more money he got in that one check than any 1 year he played in the NFL.
Cap.
I don't believe that's cap at all.
I think that's cap.
I don't
know.
He broke some the views he got.
The only reason I say that is cap is because he was considered one of the best tight ends while he was playing right.
But he was in the 90s.
And when he was playing,
think about the year.
I understand, but
think about the decade.
I understand what you're saying, but he was playing with John Elway, right? They got rings together, so they were cutting him a check about that time. Yeah. Now,
I ain't saying he ain't make no money. I'm just saying it's very possible.
Then he had to get a big check for this cat thing because I know he made a little money in them Denver years. But you know, that's just my opinion. It might be a couple of mil off, but either way, that was a good interview.
No, that was a good interview, and if he made lots and lots of money. He also mentioned them other interviews add up too. Monique was at $18 million, so he's getting a nice check off of that. And he said them other interviews like Desi Banks, $3 million, $2 million, those add up as well. So,
but I mean, he understands that he's the hot thing. So now I'm going to get all the I saw him and Steve Stout.
Oh yeah, that Steve Stout one. That was actually pretty good. I started watching that. In fact, did you see any of it?
I saw him talking about the Jay and Nas thing.
Yeah. I saw him talking about when he dissed Dame Dash.
Well, see, if we're going that Dame Jay thing, I don't want to say it's Dame's fault, but it's kind of Dame's fault. Like, sometimes ego could be a little bit too much and stuff like that. Not saying that Jay was 100% right in what happened and stuff like that, but I could see, Dame, pushing it a little bit too much, though.
Yeah, I do, too. I can see Dame, pushing himself out of everything. But did you see Dame's response to the interview on Instagram? Dame got mad and said, "You see, that's why I smacked the shit out you."
But when does Dame never get mad?
Oh, Dame is always mad.
When is Dame ever happy? Ever? I'll tell you the day he started being mad when him and Jay broke up.
He was mad before that. You don't remember all them videos?
No. He was dancing and smiling and all that shit. If I'm lying, I'm flying. He was dancing and all that stuff. Remember, he had his little dance and everything and stuff. Dame had all that stuff. When him and Jay went their separate ways, Dame became bitter and spiteful. And he's still bitter and spiteful. But it is what it is. He's a great businessman. He has a great business mind and stuff like that. But what he says comes off bitter and spiteful.
Yeah, well, Dame be dropping some gems.
He does. Dame's a smart dude. He just comes off bitter and spiteful.
I don't disagree with that. But yeah, that was an excellent interview. If you haven't seen the one with Steve Stout, I'm sure Shannon will get another nice big fat paycheck.
3 million views off that.
Especially because he's mentioning Jay-Z, Nas, Dame Dash, and there's a lot of drama. Nigga,
we gonna get
a 1/20th of that shit.
Let's dig into our pot and get some guests up here that people know.
Podcast. People are slowly tuning in and insulting me more. That's how I know we're making progress.
I'm going to get one of these basketball players or football players to come up here and do a show one night.
I mean, we know people at UNC that can make it
one
happen.
of these kids I'm going to get to come up here and hang out and but like you say, we're up and coming and growing and stuff like that, and our topics always be on point.
Yeah, people want to know what we're thinking.
Okay, time out. So, because I wanted to do this first, but I went to sports and I shouldn't have. Okay. But we're going to pivot. We're going to pivot real quick because you had a good topic up that we're going to talk about. We don't do politics a lot, but we're going to do politics right now, and as you know, the elections get ready to come up, but we're not talking about presidential elections. We're talking about our North Carolina politics.
That's a crazy bastard.
Look. That's why we're going to pivot right now while we're in this.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about Mark
Robinson. He's Lieutenant State Governor of North Carolina, our wonderful state. and unfortunately, he won the GOP nomination, and he possibly could be the first black governor of North Carolina, which is not in itself bad.
I'm going to tell you now.
But him.
I'm going to tell you now.
Yes.
He is going to be the next governor. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I like Roy.
Roy's he can't do it anymore, I don't think.
Oh, I didn't know governor had limits. I thought you just run until people.
I don't think Roy Cooper's going to be running for governor again. I don't think so. Cuz I used to deal with somebody who was kind of inside the state government. She said that Roy wasn't going to run again. He possibly might. But she was the one who put me on the old boy and how radical he is. It's always, but you knew something had to be crazy about him if he was a black Republican. You already knew something had to be a little bit different about him.
He's a Trump supporter. He's a black Trump supporter.
What did Trump say about my guy?
He said he was Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids. He said he's Martin Luther King
times two. Red flag.
Red flag.
Once Trump supports you and stuff like that, the red flag.
It's a super duper red flag. So this is a very scary thing because he's a black Trump supporter. Now, black Trump supporters are the worst because they're like that Dave Chappelle joke where you see the white guy around a bunch of niggas. He's the most. It's the exact same thing. You don't know what this black guy is going to do to win these white boys' respect.
And Trump just says some of the wildest stuff. Like when he was like, my indictments are going to appeal to black people. Like,
why? Because he said the mugshots.
But why would they appeal to black people? Like, we just take so many mugshots. Like, we just like.
It just shows he's another nigga.
Like, I didn't understand that. Just like he said when he dropped his shoes, black people like shoes. Mm-hmm. Like, it's those things. Why do you have to identify black people? Like,
politics, nigga. It's election politics. You act like you don't understand.
I understand all this, but I don't see how people don't see that you're being played for suckers. And I know they'll be like, well, the Democrats do the same way, but the Republicans really play for suckers. Like, the Republicans do it and really don't even feel like they just do it out in the open. At least the Dems try to kind of cover it up a little bit. Like, I mean, at least,
Yeah, the Dems will sugarcoat the shit.
Yeah, at least they going to make it sound decent, but they going to be messing you over. While Republicans we going to fuck you over.
I can't stand this motherfucker right now because he's the whole list of everything you do not want in a governor. He's a climate change denier. He is also called the civil rights movement, trash. He said that.
Yeah, he did say that.
But why is it that, and this is why I don't understand about black conservative Republicans. Why do y'all have to go so far extreme?
Like he called Martin Luther King a communist.
Like, I don't. Why do you detach yourself from all of the movement, all of the struggle, all of the suffrage?
Because you can't,
and the unity that comes from that.
Because you can't,
and building a community back.
The Republican ladder.
But that's what I'm just saying. But the only ones who do that are these conservative black.
Because they don't want you to. They want you to bring the black fan base, but they don't want you to bring the black fan base.
No, they want you to be the blacks of the 1940s and 50s that were accepted.
Yeah, it's like they want these Jim Crow blacks.
Yeah, these Jim Crow niggas.
And then they want them to go out to the masses, and then the masses be like,
these fucking coons out here and wondering why you got independents like myself looking at these people on this bird like,
I'll never vote Republican.
Like,
if this is the best that you could peddle out to me, if these are the best.
This is the best.
If this is the best that you could peddle out to me as a black supporter that you want, save it. Save it.
This dude is such a coon. He makes Tim Scott look like 91 Ice Cube.
America's Most Wanted. It makes Stephen A. Smith look like Malcolm X and stuff like. But like Budha said, like the black conservative is so far to the left and so extreme that like you're just left in awe. Like how'd you grow
your
up?
mom is black.
How'd you
You
grow
know your
up?
mom is black, right?
Well, he grew up in Greensboro.
And you're black from the South.
Yeah.
You know that makes it even crazier how you're
don't, because that's where a lot of the coons come from. Clarence Thomas is from Alabama.
But he's one of the biggest.
Yeah, he's super coon. Tim Scott is from
South Carolina.
So yeah, the South is home to a lot of coons. But with Mark Robinson, he opposes abortion for any reason, promotes climate change denial, opposes the legalization of recreational marijuana. He wants to remove science and social studies from 1st through 5th grade, abolish the State Board of Education, expand charter schools and school voucher programs, potentially supplanting the public school system. He's made anti-Semitic remarks, quoting Hitler. He claimed that the Marvel movie Black Panther was created by an agnostic Jew and put to film by satanic Marxists. He said, what was that thing? He was speaking Yiddish, basically saying Jewish people want to pull money out of black people's pockets. So there's a lot of anti-Semitic remarks he's made. He's Holocaust denial. He's wrote
the typical Republican.
Yeah.
He's just typical Republican.
Anti-gay, transphobic comments,
Typical Republican.
Yeah.
Typical black Republican.
Obama's a Muslim in his eyes, as ye stated.
Oh, yeah, typical black Republican then.
He's called Michelle Obama a man.
A typical black Republican.
Yeah, and so it's all the coon shit.
And this is where I get upset, because then you start with these, y'all just going right down these fucking holes, yo. Now you just falling into these racial stereotypes. How dare you call somebody's wife a man, nigga? You a black man. You see what I'm saying? Like, bruh, these are the things where it gets beyond politics.
Where you know.
Like, this is where it gets beyond
where
politics.
You know that there's certain lines
so
that
let
are drawn
me see a nigga
as a
like,
black man that you should not say about somebody else's wife. This is somebody's wife.
Put this in the political. Let me catch this individual outside of the political arena. Bro, like, I'm dead ass. Like, you would. And that's the thing. Like, it's another thing. Like, especially with President Obama. I know it's some niggas you want to put a hit out on. Doggy.
True.
You sat here and listened to all these motherfucking
talk about
everything from you to your wife to your daughters to your fucking dog, nigga.
Your mama, your daddy. They talked about everything about you,
and
everything.
And that's the American way.
They talked
that's
about
the American
everything
way.
about you.
Aren't y'all glad Black History Month is finally over? See what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he's also mentioned black people may owe white people reparations for coming over here during slavery because they brought us over here as slaves. So he's fully against reparations. So he's coon supreme to the fifth.
Ain't he the one who said we should be paying white people? He's that coon,
we
right?
We should pay white people for reparations.
The definition of shucking. Oh, you remember the shucking jive twins?
Mm-hmm. What,
one of them died.
Twins? Who?
One of them chicks that died.
Yeah. But she died a minute ago.
Silk and Diamond?
Yeah.
You remember they were out here cooning for the Trump campaign.
Yeah, and then they had that little nigga wake up call when the police issue happened with George.
But this is the thing, though. I mean, I think Trump might win this one.
I don't know. Biden's State of the Union was actually kind of good, even though it was the same speech from the past 3 years.
This is my thing with Biden.
Yes,
it's turnout. If he turns out enough people, he wins. We know that.
Yeah.
But is he going to be able to turn out enough people?
Let me ask you right now: are you excited about this upcoming election?
I'm not at all.
Are you?
No.
I'm just trying to find.
Like the first thing is, and that's the very first thing. Like, are you even excited to participate this go around?
Remotely, not even.
Like last time, at least it was like, you know what? I don't even want to know what this motherfucker might do if he comes back and he got all this. So I'll just.
I think
not even confident. It was a, like they said, the turd sandwich or the tampon. Like which one?
What do you think it is? Because like I believe the last time we voted for Biden, like to keep Trump out of office and stuff like that. Like, but now
we need to keep both these motherfuckers out.
Why you think we don't want to vote for like that again? Because I don't really feel like that this time. Like I kind of do, but not like it's like because we're going to look at Biden crazy
and Biden's
too.
going to die this term.
Oh, I wouldn't say
this next 4 years he out of here, dog.
I'm just saying we're going to look at Biden crazy if he gets presidency again. That's
and not
why
not on no evil shit, but just the way they got this man. They are
stretching.
Old. They are stretching this man to the limit, dog. They are pulling this old man in every direction, and he can't take it.
If you think about it,
he can't take it.
Like I said,
can't take it.
Let's be honest. How much flying around the world does a president do?
That's all he does.
That's all he does.
But he can't take much more.
So
the altitude,
like
you can see it's getting to him. It's clearly getting to him.
And then how much is that pressure putting on the brain? We already think he like it.
It's clearly getting to him.
I don't think he should have ran again. But since he is running,
why? What's your point? You don't have any new platform to run off.
That's why
it ain't like you're bringing new idea. You know what I mean? Like you're going like, and that's the thing. We're not doing anything as far as progressing. Like there's no advancement with an election like
the
that.
vote is this year, this November, and you're not excited about the election. This a problem. This is a problem, a big problem. Turnout's going to be everything, and I don't know if Biden's going to be able to turn them out like he did the last time.
You got Biden sounding like a porn star.
I'm just saying.
He's turning them out.
He was turning them out last time. People were showing up in droves. I don't know if
see the State of the Union address? I watched it just to see what they was talking about, but y'all didn't watch it live?
I didn't
hear
watch
about
it.
Well, Biden was covering a lot of things. He was ad-libbing a lot. He was calling Trump out, but not by name. He was just, he do that Facebook shit.
Where you just let him scroll up on it.
You hating motherfuckers ain't never gonna stop my shine, and they don't have no haters. They just, who the fuck are you talking
just
about?
Let him scroll up on it.
Here go this broad comment here.
Yeah. So, yeah, Biden.
Hold up, I do that.
Yeah.
I be doing broad comments now and then, seeing who gonna call my phone and shit.
Yeah, so he also called out Republicans for not supporting a bipartisan border security bill, and
it's the same old with politics. Though they never support each other. We have two parties that hate each other that will never fall in line, and will always
with the country.
Will always. It's the same thing every year. These couple of people. These so many people keep the country in flux, at war with each other, making hundreds of millions of dollars.
You know what this reminds me
of? And
don't
solve shit.
I'm watching this joint now called, what the fuck is this shit called? Warrior. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
And it's basically giving you an insight, like, and I know it's not real, but it's like it's set in old school shit, but it's in like Cali, so they're in like San Francisco, but it's like the Chinese are being brought over on the boat. You know what I mean? So these are the foreigners, the immigrants and shit. But also in this same setting, you have like the Tongs and shit. So like the Chinese gang organizations and shit. Okay, bet. That's one set. Now you got the Irish. Remember, they were coming over during this time too, so they're the working citizens, the Americans, because they're, and it's like I'm watching this and I'm getting the sense of you got the Chinese faction, they're immigrants, they're being looked at like they're stealing jobs. You got the Irish people, they're immigrants, but since they're the white folks, they feel that they're here and they're entitled or they deserve these jobs that the politicians are pushing. But since they can't get the jobs and they're hiring the Chinese for the cheap labor, and they don't even want to hire the Chinese for the cheap labor, they're hiring the Chinese because of the politics of the people that are already here.
We'll get that vote down the line.
Bruh,
we'll get that vote down the line.
And you see the layers
chestnut checkers,
bruh. And
chestnut
it's the same
checkers
thing right now. It's the same thing right fucking now. You got all these people that you claim to represent, but the people who you're representing, they don't want the shit that you want. You just have a vision for what you want, but it's not the same way of going about getting that vision.
Well,
This shit's crazy, man.
It's chestnut checkers.
And that's a shameless plug for Word. That shit kind of dope, man. If y'all into martial arts and shit, nigga.
Oh well, if we're doing, have you seen the Bob Marley movie?
I tried watching
Bro,
it.
I
on
just heard
bootleg.
I've been reading or hearing the comments of it, and the comments on the movie, I think I have deterred me from wanting to even see it.
Well,
I'm still gonna try and watch it, but the comments are low.
I watched it. It's not. I don't think it's bad like that.
Well, you've seen it all?
Yeah, I watched it. I don't think it's bad. I think
tried. I kept pulling it up, and it was always in different languages. It was like in Spanish.
Well, okay. See that's the thing.
Spanish
now.
patois.
No, it was in
See, first of all, they're already speaking.
Yeah.
So see that then
And I have-
the subtitles
Man, I-
are in every other language, but from what I understood, it was a good movie. I thought it was anyway.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Donde eres?"
Yeah.
Yeah, in Spanish. So, no, I did not see the Bob Marley movie. I really haven't had a desire to see. Every time you bring it up, that's when I remember that.
That's the only time I remember when you bring it
Yeah.
up, nigga.
Man, there's
Because I keep
other movies.
hearing like little TikTok.
What other
people.
movies? Give me some.
I mean, there's nothing new out. I'm
like, give me something real quick.
I'm waiting on 2 weeks for the Ghostbuster movie, the new Ghost.
You know what? Did y'all watch the Airbender joint? The last Airbender?
I know you're
I
high
have
on
not.
that. I know you're real high on that. I know that you're real high on that.
Well, the main reason is because I like how they actually follow the cartoon. They haven't strayed too far from the cartoon. So it's like, that's the dope part of it. Because that movie was fucking ass. The movie was fucking terrible, man. The movie was terrible.
Okay.
But they did already pick it up for, I think, 2 more seasons, too. So.
You know one thing that we did not mention in addition to the politics, because we were shitting on the GOP, and then we got to Biden. We have failed to mention Vice President Kamala Harris hiring a DJ, inviting several students from HBCUs to the White House to have a party, and she played Sexy Red. So that was her youth outreach to the black voters, was to have a bunch of HBCU students come to the White House and play Sexy Red in the party.
I'm not gonna put that on Kamala, and the main
I
reason
am.
is a DJ got his own lineup regardless. So unless she's
I
telling
mean, I know-
You do
I know.
not play Sexy Red at a public event. No.
But is it that's part of
the
what's
culture.
going on right now? You're
trying to exclude it.
Don't like
Listen what
it,
you're saying.
as
You're trying
much
to
as
exclude
you
it.
don't like it. That's a part of the
That is-
culture
that
right
is
now.
this generation's
As much
culture.
as much as I don't like the music, and
It's
we
Sexy
always
Red.
talk. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. As popular as this young lady is, I can call her a young lady. She's not there, but as popular as this young lady is, she deserves. She doesn't deserve the media scrutiny she gets.
She does
She
for
get for
this.
the community, nigga.
I'm
no.
sorry. I do not condone
like I
playing
said,
that level of music at a function where you're trying to reach.
I may not agree with the content of her music, but it's a lot of shit I don't agree with. That don't mean nigga, if I'm out and they cut the shit on, I'm out. Nigga, I'm a pipe up with it because
We're not talking about Fridays, you know.
You're saying because it's at the White
it's
House.
at the White
It
House.
doesn't
It's
matter.
a political
It doesn't-
event.
none of that shit, dude. They done brought these racist ass rednecks to perform at
It's
these
part of
fucking
the
White House events all the
culture.
time.
It's part of the culture,
And
and
that's a
they're trying
problem.
Because
you're
you up there
saying they're
saying
trying-
ski yeet.
You're saying
they're
they're
looking
trying
for
to
the
cater to the
hoes.
younger vote.
That's how.
I'm
That's what
trying-
they listen to.
I'm
offer them shit that makes them excited to vote.
I'm trying to garner these batch of kids that are getting ready to vote for the
give 'em
very
policies that interest
first
them.
time. No, I'm gonna give them stuff
You
that
gotta reach them, yo. You gotta.
I got to
As-
reach
like
them.
what I tell people when they come to my trainings and shit in general. You know what I mean? Like you have got to accept people and you got to go to where these people are. You have to. You
I'm not
got to go
saying-
with an open mind and everything.
Again, I'm upset. Sexy Red was played.
So what?
Nah,
They
bro,
play-
there's a better way to
They
outreach.
play the
to our
Star
people.
Spangled Banner, and if I'm right,
They don't need
This-
to go back on history.
the second verse of the Star Spangled Banner.
Like it's
about
Okay,
slavery
so
and, I
they
know.
play that at the White House. Do you jump up in Stop
And you're
it.
talking about music. Yo.
Stop
Like, this is a
it.
culture. This is generation. This is what the
I'm
kids
not
are
opposed to
listening
them if they play Jay-Z, Nas,
Nigga, that crack dealers,
Cardi
street
B,
hustlers, strippers. What I mean, pick your poison, nigga. Like
Moral.
Where's
like,
your moral compass
you
going?
want to be
nigga?
the moral compass. You can't.
Where
It's
we
not
going?
about
moral compass.
That's all she offered them was a goddamn party and some music.
Okay,
no
and?
policies, no nothing. But this is the Democratic outreach.
Nigga,
This-
what's the? Listen,
we just shitted on the GOP for being bullshit.
Okay,
And now we sitting here.
What's
promoting.
the difference? That's why I say, what's the difference?
There
Same
is no
bird.
difference, but
Same
at the
bird.
same time,
We got a black man talking about he's Martin Luther 2.0.
Yeah.
You got this black lady over here playing ski yeet
Yeah.
for the HBCUs that are already listening to this shit. And then you got the regular motherfuckers like us just sitting here in the middle critiquing everything about all of it.
yes, but somebody needs to say something.
You got the two older white guys sending out
They're underlings.
Their underlings to go get them votes. How you gonna go get them? Are you gonna go the Mark way? Are you going to get them like him? Our governor, the guy running.
But you have to understand, neither
How you
way
gonna
is
get 'em?
giving black people policy.
No shit. That's the thing about politics, nigga. That's why I say if you're not involved locally, all this shit that they got going on now, nigga, it's not about anything that we want.
We just want you to vote. We just want you to vote. They don't care about that. We want you to vote.
These are the representatives that we get. So whatever message that we want them to get, that we used to have, it has to trickle back up to the top. You don't remember that game Telephone where they would start with something at the beginning of the line, and then by the time it got to the end of the line, it was an entirely different sentence or whatever it was.
Yeah.
All we're getting is pandering from both sides with nothing.
Welcome to the election year.
Is that new? Like they've been pandering to
I know.
black
I
people
can't believe you mad
forever.
at the DJ for playing Sexy Red.
I
At the
think
White
that
House.
should not be on there.
It shouldn't be on the White House playlist.
Yeah, it shouldn't. I don't think so. I think it was a poor representation.
Wasn't she nominated for something? Didn't she win something?
She won something.
Regardless, nigga, like, come on, yo.
Hold on.
We may not.
It's not like Suki was being played. Now,
What's the difference?
Y'all
acting like these are one is more talented.
But that's my point.
I'm not
that's the
saying-
point. Dub, that's the point. What's the difference? You're talking about music.
Neither should be played.
None of this shit should be going on at the White House on the lawn, nigga. But you're trying to reach people that you know you can't reach. You don't have any idea on how to reach it. So what do? You go to music. Everybody loves music.
Everybody loves music.
Captures everybody, no matter what type or style or genre. Music. Somebody's gonna listen to music. Now, what you play for what they listen to, that's up to you. But these are top hits. Like this chick has, unfortunately, there are hits.
And they both parties do this.
I
Both
know.
parties have these parties.
These
like
races.
They
these,
get these
you know what I mean,
the music that they
hate-filled.
want to play and stuff. Both parties do this. The white people got who John Cougar Mellencamp is he an
He used to be
unrepublican?
Kid Rock.
Like they Kid Rock and
Kid
stuff
Rock,
like that.
yeah.
Like so you just.
I have a problem with it just because it's pandering and no policies have been put into effect.
Welcome back.
It's
Welcome
just a
to
good
election
time.
year.
I mean, I'm not saying it's new. I'm not saying I'm surprised. I'm just saying what it is.
I'll play Ski Yee if you vote.
Nah.
I'm looking for the.
Well,
You wanna know what's funny? They play that shit in Rock. They'll bring that shit out too out of nowhere.
Just wait till they do the what is it, the Democrat National Convention. Just wait to hear what songs you might hear on that this year.
Man, mind you, it's a political event.
See. We gonna see.
That ain't gonna mean shit.
We gonna see.
Only thing
black
politics mean is that there's money involved.
The black vote
It's
is
an
going to be
excess amount of
super
money
important
involved.
this year. You can either stop black people because they're not going to vote Republican.
They are.
So either you can stop black people, or you could get us to go vote Democrat, or just we're not going to vote at all. That's the only way it's going to go. You'll have a couple of black people that vote Republican, but you know the majority voting Democrat. Just how many of us are going to vote?
Okay, well, I've spoke my piece on politics. Oh, other than Nikki Haley dropping out, how do y'all feel about your?
She lost in South Carolina.
We told you when she lost in South Carolina originally, she should just
it's over.
Bitch, bow down when you.
But she said she's not supporting Trump. I don't know what the hell that means, but
it ain't like you about to get another fucking candidate.
Well, then she's just out of politics.
I don't know what you gonna do then.
She's a female who said that she doesn't believe in discrimination. It's some stupid shit.
She's a Republican. She doesn't support Trump. I don't know how that's gonna play, but she has no role in this at all. So it's over.
Dumbass minorities that don't understand how racism works in America. But okay, you don't see it. You ain't got to see it.
You ain't got to see it.
Loser.
Okay, let's move on from politics and talk about The Shop. The Shop, the show hosted by Maverick, yeah, with LeBron James. So anyway, Nelly was on there with Cedric the Entertainer and Becky Hammond. I guess, are they all from St. Louis? Mm-hmm. Okay, so Nelly basically had a soundbite where he said his era was the hardest era to get music out because of all the people that he had to go against, such as DMX, Jay-Z, Nas.
And that era was
crazy,
vicious. Yeah. And then on top, Ludacris. And then on top of that, see, what people don't understand is these artists were dropping multiple albums a year.
Yeah,
they
was dropping too.
Yeah, they weren't just, we're going to do one album and then we'll do it. No, they were dropping multiple albums a year that kept competition to where it was at. DMX was, DMX was really on it. But Nelly's right.
I said Nelly is not lying.
He's not lying. And then that just lets you know how dope Nelly was.
Yeah, because I can honestly say I'm not a Nelly fan.
And I'm not a Nelly fan.
I am not a big Nelly fan.
I'm not a Nelly fan
Tip
either.
Drill? I like Tip Drill.
Tip Drill was
but Nelly fan? That is not me.
For him to be mentioned in those greats, especially that time, just let you know how, music was tough
Nelly
back
has
then.
hits.
Oh, he does.
Nelly definitely has hits.
What, Country Grammar?
Regardless, he has. Yeah,
Country Grammar is a
the
classic.
shit with Kelly, he has
Dilemma.
hits.
Yeah, Nelly's
not
that
an
dude.
issue. But I think it's more so he's like a LL Cool J type nigga because he had the sex appeals that the chicks like. So that made it easy for him to garner those fans.
But you're talking about.
But he had sales to match.
Jay-Z, Nas,
DMX,
Eminem,
Lil Wayne,
Eminem, Wayne.
Yeah, juggernauts.
Yeah,
juggernauts.
That era
I'll
was.
even throw Ja out there.
Ja Rule, yeah. That era was crazy. Probably an extension of the golden era, I'd say. Possibly an extension of the golden era, and that's when after that era, that's
when you
music
still actually
went.
have fans too, though. Not the stands, but you have fans, people who actually appreciated the art of the music. You know what I mean? Everybody wasn't trying
to make music
and be the next star themselves. It was I like what they're. Oh yeah, I can support that. I could be better than them. I could do this shit tomorrow.
Yeah. Now everybody wants to do music. Okay. What Joe on the Joe Budden podcast? He said ain't nobody making money in music no more. He said only 7 people are making money nowadays.
Yeah, he's right.
I he said.
Well, it depends
the
on what
only
you
way they're
mean by
making
that.
money is off of tours.
Yeah, I'm about
stuff
to say,
like that.
People making this show money, they're making show money. Cause they got this other nigga coming that I don't see why everybody's so hyped up about, but they got this nigga coming next week. I'm okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Man.
I don't know. I don't know who. I mean,
That's what
show
you sound
money,
like,
but that's where it's always been at though.
Exactly.
That's where it's always been at is in shows. There's some money in albums, not like that, but show money, go on tour. That's where your money's at. And speaking of tours,
yes, we got a very big festival upon us.
Yes, we do. Dreamville lineup was dropped.
Yep. So the Dreamville lineup has dropped, and the Dreamville Festival will be April 6th through 7th next month in Raleigh, North Carolina, Dorothea Dix Park. Lineup has some artists that are pretty big, so they have it over 2 days.
Sexy Red gonna be there.
Fellas, make sure to get your COVID and AIDS test. But Saturday they're gonna have SZA performing, Chris Brown, Jid, Lil Yachty, Schoolboy Q, Sexy Red, Jeremiah, Earth Gang, Tizo Touchdown. Who is Amare? Loot, La Tyler, and Domain. Now, I'm not familiar with all those artists.
Saturday's going to be kind of dope.
Yeah.
Saturday.
I hope they broadcast Chris Brown's performance like they did Usher's last year.
My question with that one before we go to the other day is, SZA's the headliner?
SZA is the headliner above Chris Brown. I don't think that means, I don't know.
No. See, what I think it is they just put SZA's name over Chris Brown. They're both, highlighted big. So I'm thinking that Chris Brown got to be the headliner. Like, SZA's going to do the open and Chris Brown's going to close it, like how Usher did last year. Because ain't no damn way that SZA coming on after Chris Brown.
Chris Brown is closing it
There
down.
ain't no way that SZA, and I like SZA, and I know there's going to be a lot of people there who love SZA.
But Chris Brown is it. That's like probably I'm expecting that to be the best performance of Dreamville is Chris Brown. Who's going to outdo Chris Brown?
Okay, who's on the next day?
It don't matter. But we're going to go to the next day. The next day is J. Cole, of course, performing. You just got to drive up the street. Nicki Minaj those are going to be the two co-headliners. So it's going to be J. Cole and Nicki. Then we got Rima. I don't know who that is. Jeezy, yay. Monica, Ray Sherman, Key Glock, Bass, Money Long, Kaz.
Yo, don't fly over her like that.
Money Long.
Don't you dare fly over her name like that. You put some emphasis when you say her name.
I was actually going through the lineup when you rudely interrupted.
I can understand you fucking up Ray Shrimmer name and all that. I don't give a fuck. That's
Ray Shrimmer, I didn't mess up their name.
But you better put some emphasis on Money Long, nigga.
Okay. I've heard her do more freestyle, and okay.
You put some emphasis when you say Money Long.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what. Remember my boys who came through here the other day that sat in with us on the pod? Yeah. They were a little disappointed that wasn't coming.
Who?
That Ice Spice wasn't coming.
I'm not.
I know they are.
They were disappointed that Ice Spice wasn't coming.
Tell them to get better taste in women.
They still got a hell of a lineup, though.
So hold on. Let me finish. We have Kaz, we have Omen, Tia, Corrine, and Chase Shakur. Now, I'll admit, there's about 8 people on here I am completely
never heard of,
familiar with and never heard of.
Somebody got to do some filler.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do the filler.
I'm just not familiar with
it's going to be a lot of fillers. It's going to remember, you got all these other acts, I hate to title them local, independent. You got all these independent acts.
They're not going to be at Dreamville.
Yeah, they are.
What, like?
They're going to be at Dreamville performing and shit like that, but it's just like they're independent. They're not going to have like that big ass hype behind them and shit. It's going to have to be
you talking about the ones in the lineup? Yeah. Well, I mean, they ain't local or nothing.
I think Cole gonna have the best set, but I could see Chris Brown.
I could see Chris Brown first. I don't know. Does SZA do dancing and her shit?
I'm about to say, I think SZA should have between her.
Nah,
and this is another thing. See, you got Nicki here.
And Chris Brown is fucking phenomenal, man. Like, I don't know if y'all ever seen this nigga before. My face changed. I'm sorry.
If we thought Usher was amazing last year.
I saw Chris Brown in Vegas, man. When I tell you, for the few minutes he was out there, dog.
Amazing.
Bruh.
You were popping.
I was out there popping, nigga. Like, the fuck? Let's see if you can run it.
Okay. If you thought Usher was amazing last year, Chris Brown's going to be amazing.
Yeah,
he really is.
I think Usher's better at a better show than Chris Brown, but I think Chris Brown is right there neck and neck. This
is another thing about this J. Cole thing that I don't think people are playing into it. Drake going to be there. Drake's going to be there. He's going to be there. They are on too much of a run right now where Drake does not show up to support this man's festival. I just don't believe it. And they've been doing all these songs together. Yeah. I cannot see Drake not showing up at Dreamville.
I can. You acting like Drake just up the street
I
like
could
Cole.
say no. The reason I say is you got songs with J. Cole, and of course you got songs with Nicki. I could see it being kind of like it was last year where Wayne and them pop up again. They might not, but I could see them popping up again.
I ain't gonna hold my breath on that. But tickets are kind of expensive. I do see The 2-day general admission ticket at the very bare bones basic level is $300. So that's going to cover 2-day general admission, with the most expensive being the MVP VIP, which will be $2,000 a person. And I was reading what you get, and it was saying food choices for purchase from local chefs, restaurants, including vegan, vegetarian, and gluten-free options. Why would I have to purchase food if I'm the fucking MVP VIP ticket that I just paid $2,000?
They should be bringing food. Like,
yeah, I'm like, I gotta buy food after paying $2,000.
I was about to say, nigga, when I do these type of music festivals in Jamaica, nigga, food drinks,
should be walking by. Like, they should be walking by me. I should just be reaching my hand
and
out.
Drinks, nigga, like good catered food and good
for
drinks.
$2,000.
Yeah.
Yes,
it better be set up when I get out there. Like,
you get free water stations, and specialty items from art vendors for purchase throughout the fest.
That's why I'm not paying for the $2,000.
Yeah,
that's why I'm
access to both festival entrances on the east and west side. You get a dedicated VIP entrance, a VIP viewing area, VIP bar, also VIP access to the bathroom, and a commemorative VIP laminate, and a Dreamville Fest hat and bandana.
$2,000. And
access to the premium viewing deck, an exclusive super VIP bar plus lounge where I'm sure they'll make you buy more shit. So yeah.
So after I paid $2,000 to go to this, then I'm probably gonna have to pay another $500-$600 just to eat, just to enjoy the event.
Yeah, you gotta buy shit.
But I get to go to the bathroom first.
Yeah, nigga. If I pay $2,000 and have access,
I've been to these things. Don't
knock
it.
Don't knock it.
A bathroom. Think about how many people are gonna be there. You're talking about a private.
Look,
bathroom?
I remember that picture that they showed last year. Like, yeah. So I guess being able to go to the bathroom first is definitely a perk.
Yeah. Yeah, you get,
or just to have clean. Make sure it's clean. Maybe somebody's cleaning up after each person uses it. Like, dude, and that's why I hate the fact that I'm not like a lot of these other niggas that never been outside the country, and I know what things should look like and how you should be catered to when you spend money. Nigga, I'm talking about when I go to these festivals, you got people, you'll use the bathroom. A person will walk in right behind you, clean that shit up before the next person. Now we wait, and it'll be thousands of people. It goes so smoothly. All these sanitization stations and shit to make sure people. That shit don't happen here, dog. No. It don't.
No. It's going to be, and you know it's going to be ultra madness at that show, because it always is. But it's going to be great music, though.
It's going to be phenomenal music.
The music's going to be amazing.
Be prepared.
Oh, the city's going to be amazing.
Yeah, be prepared for the internet to go down in the city.
Hey, and just so y'all know, Masquerade parties that weekend too. So Dreamville going on. I got the Masquerade party going on that weekend.
What kind of Masquerade party? I haven't heard about this.
It's the same
that we do every year. The one we do every year.
Y'all never show up to the annual.
Hold on. I was there. I thank you.
I don't show up to no shit that requires a mask.
I think this year is going to be a Samafaro though. I don't think we're doing it in the Sound. I think we're going to do it.
My face is handsome, and I don't want to cover it up.
You don't have to cover up your whole face.
You got me in there hiding my handsome face behind a mask with all these women in here. That's why I don't go to that shit. I don't want to put a mask on. Women need to see the eyelashes. That's what I got going for me. Hell yeah, I put the contacts in so they can see the natural long.
This nigga said the eyelashes.
I got eyelashes. Hey, I was born with them. It ain't like I fucking sit here and pluck them and they're fake. They're just natural.
I got a couple of topics.
Go for it.
We didn't even touch them. I don't even think we wrote them down. I know we heard about the girl who got the $30 for lunch and said that wasn't enough. I know you heard about that one. Or the other one where my man took the girl to the basketball game and she didn't like the seats she had, and she dipped out on that one.
I don't believe it was real because she didn't show the dude's face. Anybody could put two and two together. I believe she purchased her own ticket and decided to make a skit right there.
I mean, that's cool. I'm going to just say if it was like that, like, don't go.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple. Like, and I understand, like, sometimes seats can be bad. But I also understand it's about being in the stadium, in the environment. If the stadium's jumping,
being at home. watching it on.
Oh
TV.
yeah, but if I'm going, you know,
It's the experience.
It's about the experience,
the energy in the building, and all that.
I might
Yeah.
not have had the money to put us floor on court side or not like that. I just wanted to get out of the house. You know, popcorn going to be you buy snacks and stuff. That shit going to be about $50 itself. So you know, I wanted us to get out. Me and her to go out and have a good time. And she leaves because she don't like the seats. Yeah. While me, if you know anything about me, if I go to a game, I'm looking.
They don't know about the scab.
I'm scouring. I'm looking. I'm seeing what's going on, who's where, who didn't happen to make the game. So by the time halftime's over, because after halftime ain't nobody coming out that wasn't there already.
Right.
So by the time halftime's over, I've scoured the arena or enough to know that my next move is probably going to be somewhere. Yeah, my next move is definitely getting ready to be my best move. It's going to be somewhere way down there. Probably not where I got to mess with the ushers too much, but somewhere where it's going to be better. Mm-hmm. That's just how real niggas do it, I thought. But that's probably just me, though.
No.
Now,
the old girl, what was it? She got $30 for lunch?
And she said it wasn't enough.
Well, she's a fat chick then. Did they show what she looked like?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna call her a big bag.
Look, I'm not going to say that, but I'm just like,
I will say she is extremely spoiled, or she's eating out.
30,
that's fat girl.
30 is dinner prices,
nigga. I was just about to say, if you can't eat for $30 anywhere, nigga, you out your fucking mind.
Like $30 is dinner prices. Like 15. You could be able to get you something. I mean, filling to get you through your whole day.
That's $30.
$30, you can get lunch and dinner.
You can get catfish, mac and cheese, and hush puppies for like $30-something.
I want my money back.
Yo. No,
I need some
no exchange, no refund.
I need some.
But I think what she was like is more like 100. Like, no, see that's why
that's fake cat.
Of course it is, because don't nobody need $100 to do nothing.
Oprah
with
wouldn't
food.
do that. Oprah would accept a $30 for lunch.
Like $30 for lunch is great. Yeah. Like I just don't understand. People just say anything on.
No, that's just
on Al Gore's.
Niggas is trying to go viral. That's all that.
People
shit
say anything on Al Gore's.
That's a conversation starter.
It's not enough to cover the dessert.
And look, if anybody wants to send me $30 for lunch or $15 or whatever, I will gladly accept it and go eat good.
I will only accept it if there's no strings attached. I can't be bought.
I can be bribed. I can be bribed, especially if you're buying me lunch every week. I probably could be bribed. I'm single and I pay all my bills. Like I'm sure you do, but you're a little bit more well off than me. I gotta hustle a little bit more. Do the hustle.
Well, I gotta get permission.
Look, but I gotta hustle, however it can go about. But these bills heavy, bro. At least I can turn the heat off now. Thank God.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
At least I can turn the heat off now, because whoo boy.
Okay. Did you now we shared the story earlier about the woman whose boyfriend's brain had the brain aneurysm.
Because the head was so good.
Yeah, so a woman.
I don't want none of that.
Yeah, a woman's basically said on an Instagram reel we came across that she had one of the worst sexual stories ever. She was giving brain to her boyfriend, and he had a brain aneurysm while during oral sex. She said it really fucked her up, and she's just recovering from it now. And it happened in 2017.
I think that's traumatic as fuck. That's like if I'm giving a girl oral and she has a brain aneurysm. It's just like
I don't know
if I'd be giving head no more, because now I'm thinking I'm killing bitches. I got killer head.
I would. That would make me eager to give more women head.
Now because you ain't ready for this, babe.
The next girl is a test dummy.
Because now I always have on my reference list, I killed a bitch, eat her pussy. So now you ain't ready for me.
You know how many women would line up for that shit? Like,
yeah. Because
women
that lets you know women are crazy. Like you're willing to die for something. Me, I'm like, I don't want none of that. If the head is that good, I don't want it. I should have got that earlier in life.
Women will line up for that shit. If they find out that you gave a girl a brain aneurysm from eating her out real good,
Yeah, they would, but me as a guy, I would not. If I knew you were sucking dick that good, that I
wouldn't either.
No, don't want it.
I don't know.
I don't want it.
Would you rather risk a brain aneurysm or an inexperienced chick biting you?
The inexperienced chick biting me. Like, the brain aneurysm could have you messed up for the rest of your life.
So was she biting? Yo, that is like why I'm scared of oral sex now. Because it's like, one chick I dated, well, y'all know her. Teethy McGee. That's her name. Teethy McGee. Kind of sank into my shit and gave it a permanent mark. Yeah.
Hold on. You know what that reminds me of?
We're not together
What's
anymore.
the movie Ben Stiller does? What about Mary? There's something about Mary when he gets his joint caught up in his zipper and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Nigga, it felt like that.
Oh, my God.
That could have been a domestic abuse charge based off my reaction. But, yeah. I can tell you.
I've been
and remember, the brain aneurysm isn't guaranteed.
I don't want to risk it though. I don't want to risk it.
Nigga, we risk it every time we drink and eat processed foods.
Yeah, but that's different. Like
we risking the brain aneurysm right fucking now.
I don't want to risk it. She too dangerous for me. I'm old. Give me just give me a little bit over regular. I don't want deadly. Like I'm good on that.
Yeah. Well, moving right on. Oh,
do you have to put it in that type of perspective though, Doug?
Yes, you have to. You have to put it. You gotta weigh things because remember, nothing is guaranteed. There's a guarantee she might not bite my shit, but you gotta figure out which one is more painful: the biting of your dick or the brain. I'm risking the brain aneurysm because when you get bit by a woman during oral sex, it changes your outlook on women and oral sex. Teeth.
I just know she need to open her mouth a little bit wider than that.
Now, I ask women I date if they have their wisdom teeth removed because that's the ones that got me. The back.
Oh.
Yeah.
You ain't even get scathed on the front. You got, oh, wow.
No, yeah. What?
That bitch was gnawing on your shit.
Like she did that on, look, she did that on purpose. She did that on purpose.
We're not together.
Obviously.
She did that on purpose. That
and if you were, you just a sucker.
No accident. Like, it just out, my bad. Like, that. Like, gnarling on it, man.
Yeah. And you only let that happen twice. Once it was just maybe an accident. You were caught in the moment. Because it's happened, it's only happened twice. And there were more times than twice,
Hold on, you said it's more than twice.
No, I said it's only happened twice.
Yeah. Let it sink in, Branson. Let it sink in. Yeah,
it's only happened twice.
Let it sink in.
Nah. First of all, you ain't good at what you doing if
I know.
if your teeth are like,
we're not together.
True.
Yeah. So, and I met
and you don't deserve anybody good if that's how you're going around doing stuff either. I'm just saying you don't.
She's still saying
you don't deserve nobody good.
If you know what I'm saying.
If that's how you're going around conducting business.
Yeah. Yeah. So you'll never see me with her again. So any woman who I meet now or in the future, you never have to worry about the dick biter interfering.
Hold on. Any good food dates? Any restaurants you can?
I always say just go out to ramen noodle houses. Hey, and I gotta give a thumbs down to Perry Brothers Pizza. No, it was good pizza, but they got my order wrong. And I ordered this pizza where I wanted cheese, basil, and the red sauce on it. And they gave me cheese, basil, and no red sauce on it. So I genuinely
You forgot the sauce?
I ended up eating a glorified cheese slice.
You forgot. See that? Yeah, I would have been hot. Like, how you forget the sauce on pizza?
They got it switched up because they had two pizzas. They had a pizza I ordered with the red sauce and the pizza I ordered without the sauce on it. And they gave me the one without the sauce on it. So
you better send me two pizzas with sauce on it. It was
just pizza. It was cheese on it and some basil and garlic. No sauce at all.
Just cheese bread.
It was just a cheese stick.
Just cheese stick.
Yeah. And so we got that and some wings, and that was disappointing.
How were the wings?
The wings are banging. Now I can't say nothing negative about the wings because they fry them hard.
Look, like you get like there's nothing like it.
Yeah, as long as you fry them motherfuckers hard, then wings are pretty good and they're decently seasoned. So I can't knock the wings. In fact, that's why I didn't complain, because when they gave us the wings, I got the teriyaki one and they had the sauce covered. So we took the pizza slices and just dipped it in the basket with all the excess sauce, and that made up for the tomato sauce not being on there. But it was good pizza. I'm going to go back and I'm going to get a pizza with sauce on it, and we're going to eat it. Yes.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay, so there was also, I know y'all saw the video, me and Branson did, of the former prison guard discussing being in Rikers. Okay, so so there was basically a podcast called Locked In with Ian Bick. It's a podcast. They had former Rikers Island prison guard Leroy Ebron on there, and he proceeded to have a clip that went viral about.
But can I just hold on?
Yes.
Why is he dressed like that, though?
I don't
like
know.
A pimp.
Yeah.
Like, why is he dressed like that?
No,
like,
am I the only one? Okay.
You're
All
working.
right, go ahead.
You say you worked at Rikers and stuff like that, but why are you dressed like that?
Dressed like he's going to the player haters ball.
Go ahead.
With Dave
Go ahead,
Chappelle and Ashley Larry. But yeah, anyway, he was given a good description of what it was like to work in a women's prison, and he described it as butt ass. And then the nigga just started tearing. You just see tears rolling down his eyes.
But let me.
Yes.
What would you think it would smell like? Like, you think it smell like what? Fabuloso? I don't understand what people would think
know what
it
it
smell
is? Like. You associate women with smelling good. Like, anytime I'm around a woman, she's covered in some wonderful lotion or perfume. I know, but it's like.
So if all you got in prison to take care of yourself or the basic, I guess, hygiene things or whatever.
Like he said, butt ass.
Like butt ass.
Butt ass.
Everybody does.
And he was it with straight emphasis.
But
emphasized
everybody doesn't wash the same. So it's not like I imagine that's what. Look, I've been locked up before. I've been in some spots where it smelled like Jesus Christ. So like I definitely understand that. And I'm sure Budha has too.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure prison doesn't smell good at all, but
But you got to multiply it by all they got is water. Probably ain't even got soap. You just got water. And I've been in places where the water fucking stings.
Look, I've been in some places. I was counting up how many counties I was locked up in South Carolina the other night. I was like, 5. I got locked up in 5 counties.
God damn.
Lexington, Richland, like a couple of counties. Like,
isn't Columbia in Richland?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think I got 4 counties I was locked up in South Carolina. Nothing to be proud about, but nothing to be proud about at all. I don't know how I thought about that. I was just like, damn, I've been locked up in Lexington, Richland, like, Jesus.
But yeah, anyway, the prison guard was just discussing the intimate details of being in a woman's prison, and he said it was much worse in the the strip room where they have to search them. And
of course, it's going to be awful in there because that's when you bringing them off the street and. No water, just strip them down and stuff like that. What? Boy, you know that thing smell like a... Oh, Jesus.
Dussy. He said, but Dussy. And he had to do double Dutch to get in there to smell that. The smell was so bad, he said, his both eyes were looking in the same direction before he started working there. The smell was so bad, it turned one of his eyes to lazy. And he got the Biggie Smalls eye now from working in the prison.
So you just take into account some of the people that are arrested. You know they're dirty, hygiene's trash. Then you take them down to strip them down and stuff like that. Ooh. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not surprised in the slightest.
They didn't even got hygiene.
Hygiene.
You know what?
smell like butt ass. That nigga was dressed like Biggie from the Vibe cover with Faith. That's how he was dressed.
He was dressed like a pimp, and I'm sitting there looking like I don't understand why he's dressed like this, but okay.
And I'm just sitting here listening to him too. Did the rings keep popping up on the screen and shit? The chains, like
I wanted to be like, so what are you doing now?
Yeah, like so. What did you retire into? What did you retire into?
I mean, you know that the full podcast is available. This was just one little clip that went viral, but I mean, I started watching the actual full podcast, and he was going into just different stories and interactions he had with prisoners. And
leave me one of those too.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get off?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we slide out tonight, I know we're having a good time, but I want y'all to remember what tonight is. Don't go out and remember that you get ready to lose an hour.
Yeah, I'm going straight
Don't
home.
go out and remember that it's going to be 5 o'clock before you know it. Yeah. It's going to be 5 o'clock before you know it. Tonight is daylight savings.
Buddha got all hyped.
Tonight,
take your ass home.
Tonight is daylight savings. That's exactly why I did it, because I know he ain't thinking about it at all.
So I got to go to bed early, get used to my
bring me out some of that too. Yeah, whatever you get. Yeah, drop it. Whatever you got, I want. Oh. Yeah.
Why they hit so hard?
Because they not for fucking tips.
Daylight savings.
Niggas just be greedy and shit. You like a kid right now. Oh, you got something over there? I want something. Don't even know what the fuck it is. I want something.
I knew they were tips. I just didn't know they would hit that hard, nigga.
You know how niggas react.
I thought they were those little cardboard ones. That shit hit like there was plastic in there.
It is a tar bar.
It's Saturday night. Y'all know what we say, no drinking and driving. Have a good time tonight. Like I said, remember, daylight savings tonight. It's going to be 5 o'clock before it's going to go from 1 to 3.
I gotta hurry up because I got people waiting on me.
It's going to go from 1 to 3.
Yeah. No, it's a 1:59 to 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go from 1:59 to 3. So be mindful of that. Y'all have a good time. We'll be back next week. We will holler at y'all.
Club Climax next week. I won't be here. I will not be here on Saturday.
I will not be here on Saturday.
It is not enough time.
Then we're probably going to have a show then.
It is not enough time.
We'll do it Friday.
If possible, yeah. We have to do it Friday. But on Saturday.
I'm not going to be here.
When are you leaving?
I'm leaving Tuesday, and I ain't coming back till Monday.
Yeah, so March 16th, we are in Kinston at Club Climax.
That's why I'm pissed. I got to miss this. I got to miss all this fun to watch my niece and nephew.
You weren't going. You weren't
going.
I
was going.
You could use your niece and nephew as a scapegoat if you want to.
Once
you can scapegoat
once you said entertainment, I was there.
Oh, here we go.
You know...
He just uses his
like,
niece and nephew.
I don't even know how to word it properly.
He just uses his niece and nephew.
I would have been there. It's in Kinston. I can be a fool and leave.
Exactly.
That's why I would have gone to Kinston and done it.
Well, okay, there is something.
Well, listen. Remember, I told you this is going to be a monthly event.
There's something else coming up.
These are monthly events.
There's something else coming up that you miss every year that you probably want to go to, though. I do know that, though.
What's that?
Cousins.
Is that anything like Brothers?
Cousins trip? No.
He's
talking about the fish fry.
The fish fry.
Okay. So fish fry coming up, Walter. You might
want to be there for that.
You know, we do the broadcast
the
live.
The fish fry going to be popping. You want to do that.
Fish fry be turned.
And it's back in there.
And it's back. And we back in the tray for.
And it's back in the tray.
And we back in the tray for. We ain't even going all the way up to fucking Richmond this time.
Okay, if it's in Greensboro, then I can come out.
Yeah, it's in Winston.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's in Winston?
Yeah.
Where was it last time?
Last time it was in Richmond. But it's always been in Richmond. I mean, in Winston. Yeah.
Isn't Richmond closer than Winston-Salem?
No.
Aren't they the same?
Look at the face like, no.
I drive
Richmond takes 2 hours.
Richmond?
Yeah. Winston's only like an hour 15. I
didn't know Winston was that close. Everybody told me Winston-Salem was 2 hours away from me.
Nigga, Greensboro only like an hour from here.
I know.
It's only it's like 15 minutes outside of Greensboro. 15, 20 minutes.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, we doing the cousins thing. So you going this year?
Yeah,
man.
I guess
we got a LLP.
All right, y'all be good, Kelly. We miss you, baby.
Love you, Kels.
We'll see you next week.